Well, credit to Ohio State. They played an excellent game offensively in terms of sharing the ball, and they imposed their will physically on the boards. It was just a difference in the game, especially early. We could not rebound the ball. It's the first time all season long that I can really recall our team just getting housed, really on the glass like that. And the physicality of our team has taken a real drop, and it's shown here in our last two games, in particular on the road, but we had it as well at home against Maryland. And, our interior defense, offense, ability on the glass, those things have to be intact for us to be successful, and they're not right now. And then, you compound two odd halves offensively for us. Turned it over in the first half, again, too much. And in the second half, we actually did a pretty good job of running some stuff, playing together, and got some baskets to go. But, it's just an odd thing. Teams go through highs and lows, and then some teams, really find their niche. And this team sort of has hit a pothole, so to speak, But in every season, the story's never written till the end. But, we're going to have to change paths here and change course of how we're playing. And, the only group that can really get themselves out of it is us. Like every team that kind of goes through it, you find your tough guys, you find your togetherness, and you have to find a sort of a way to break through in the moment of truth. And, for us, as we get back, our next opportunity is Purdue at home. And nothing's going to mean more than that day.
Talking about the rebounding, I guess, for you, is it just reflective of guys just not being able to engage with the game, whether it be intensity-wise or details-wise, kind of early on, just not being able to kind of find their way in the same way Ohio State was?
I would just say that, that our team has to be successful doing a number of things, getting to the foul line, rebounding, not turning it over, obviously playing extremely hard, the things we talked about. And rebounding's been a staple for this team. We're one of the better rebounding teams in the country, and we're one of the better rebounding teams in the league. And our physicality and just the energy level, getting after balls, just isn't there right now. We probably had, 6 or 7 50-50 rebounds that end up going out of bounds that they get. To me, just not getting the ball. We're not quick to it right now. We're not rebounding, And, you don't put it on one or two guys, but, right now our front court is really struggling right now, to rebound and defend inside. It's something that we've got to find a way to get back to being a little bit better. And, I just thought that, though, very early it was too easy. Too easy inside, inability to rebound the ball in the first half. And Caleb, 15-11, but his 15-11 was much different than it was first time we played him. He had an easy time around the basket and came up with 4 or 5 rebounds right under the basket. Was quicker to the ball, stronger.
Coach, 0 second chance points for you guys. Biggest number of the game, second biggest, or how important?
Telling. That's a very telling number. At half, we may have had 1 offensive rebound. We have 4 offensive rebounds for the game. That hasn't happened all season. And I'll give Ohio State credit. I'm sure that was a point of emphasis for them, is to keep us off the glass. But second effort, multiple effort, guys above the rim crashing. To me, this was a very standstill game. We were locked to the ground around the rim. And, it's a little concerning. But I think I said, every team's going to go through the season. They're going to write their own story. And we're at a time right now where we've got to rely on each other to find a way to get ourselves out of it. And, if you do it every single game, if you're there, that's part of what you do, and it goes away. You find out why and you move forward. But 4 offensive rebounds, no second chance points. I'm sure they were blocking out, but they've tried to block us out before every other game that we've played, too, and we found a way to get on the board. So it's a definite problem right now.
Coach, you mentioned the lack of physicality. Is it a game-by-game thing, or is it gradual that you notice how it gets to this point, and then how do you kind of address it when you move into this week off that you guys have?
It's slow deterioration, I thought we were as physical as we needed to be last week against Michigan State. And I thought against Maryland, things were a little bit too easy around the basket. And that happened again on Wednesday. So it comes and goes. You know, I mean, you got to be able to bring your effort level every single day. And, you know, with us, it starts with our everyday approach. You know, you can't play hard and practice soft. And there's an ultimate line. You can't play hard and practice soft. And, you know, with us, we got to get back to becoming a hard-playing team that's physical, that rebounds, and is able to dig some things out. And good things happen when you play that way. We've shown that. But, you know, right now, there's just a lack of physicality. If you watch our league games as you keep approaching the end of the season, it's so physical. Everything in the paint is hard-earned. They probably had 10 layups tonight, you know, again. And our interior presence, our inability, like I said, to defend the paint and rebound, that's something that we have to have intact, you know, for us to be good. And it just hasn't been there the last couple of days. Obviously, we have some time here to regroup, which we need to. And, you know, when we play Purdue, obviously, you know, that's when it matters.
Okay, time for one more question.
As the game went on, Rob seemed to be getting a little frustrated on the court. Do you see that as a good thing, as him trying to take a leadership role, or would you rather him get a little bit better, like see a little better body language?
You're looking for emotion. You look for anything to get your guys stirred up. You know, to me, in situations like this, you know, the players, they need to hear each other more than they need to hear me. You know, on-floor body language has got to be more about next play and, you know, toughness and commanding each other. But I'm sure there's some frustration out there as well, but I'm not worried about Rob.
All right, Coach, thank you.
Thank you.